Hi, what up guys? So today is the day. Probably by the title of this video, you can probably already tell what we're gonna do. But today's the day that we put this thing on the car. Sheesh, there it is. Inlet, super nice quality. And then the turbo itself. Let me get this out and then I'll come back. The look of what we're gonna be installing. Period 100, this is the first gen. It's not the new cast one. So we're gonna putting that on. And then we got this super nice Ross Racing kit. Look at this, very nice. But yeah, we're gonna be installing it. It's gonna be right here in the garage, no special tools, none of that. We're gonna be doing it on the ground. Hopefully it's not too much of a pain in the ass, but we are going to be trying to bust it out today. And by today, I mean literally today. I'm going to stay up all night try to get this on because this is my daily. That was my daily, but first we got to take this off the ground because we got to take off downpipe, maybe scoot the exhaust back a little bit. I'm going to try to show you guys all the tools and stuff that you will need. So yeah, let me get this set up and then we can get right into it. But first thing we gotta do, take this cover off. You literally just pull it off and then that's it. What we're gonna start off with is the intake. We're probably gonna take off the intake first and then the charge pipe. So for these intakes, what I like to do is or for these connectors in general, what I like to do is get a screwdriver, pocket screwdriver, whatever it is, put it in there, just twist it, and then you should be able to unloosen it. Squeeze it, and then that should be right off. You use a flathead or a 6mm. Just take that right off, loosen that up, and then for your intake, you take these holders off. There should be 1, 2, 3, and then one back here, 4. Same thing, flathead, and then just prime off. You pull it off and then that's it. And then for your box, they should all have like rubber grommets in there, and then you should just be able to pull up, and then it should be able to come off. All right, the next step, take off this whole intake tube. It's 2 pieces. This piece up comes off by itself, and then the actual inlet. I'm gonna try to take it off all as one piece. So first thing to do is take off this blanket. Just 3 of those. And then next thing is all these connectors. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but connector right there. Once again, take your screwdriver, shove it in there, give it a little twist. Take that off. Same thing over here. This one might be a little bit tough since it's at an angle. Put it in there, give it a little twist, and then take it off once again. Oh, don't break that. I probably just broke it, but I have an extra one, so it's okay, so be careful with that. Then to take this whole piece off, this is for your PCV. You just squeeze both ends. There's one end right here, and there's one end at the bottom. You kind of just squeeze it, and it's gonna expand it, and then you should be able to get it out as you got that on. So there you go. That should give you a little bit more room to take this harness out the way. There it is. Put that off to the side. So I wasn't able to take it off as one piece. Just get the clamp down there. 7mm, and then you should be able to take it off. So now for this inlet piece, Jesus clip over here, the PCV, you can either take it off from the bottom. I just took it off from up here, and then you're gonna have another clamp over here that you gotta take off. There you go. Get your Jesus clip so you don't lose it. That's the Jesus clip. So now, the thing holding this back right now is this whole line assembly over here. Once again, it's that push where you gotta, same thing like this, where you gotta squeeze it and then it'll open up. So that line routes up from the bottom up here, and then comes over here. This line that's right here at the bottom also connects to this whole assembly, and that is held in by a T30. You can see my extension right here, and then T30 is in there already. This is that line that I was talking about. Once you take it out, just remember there's gonna be some oil that's gonna spill a little bit. So, all right, now with all the intake stuff out of the way, next thing that we're probably gonna do is take off this charge pipe. 3 T30s, and then at the bottom there's gonna be a little clamp. I'll show you that in a minute. But let's start off with these T30s. You're gonna have 2 sensors right here. Same thing, screwdriver, go in there, twist it out, and then pop it off. Should take that off like that. And then, like I said, 3 T30s right here. Once that's off, you literally can just pop it right off. This is the other side of the charge pipe. It's literally just a clamp. Same process as like the clamp that was on here. Take that little hook and then just pry it out, and then we should be able to get it off. Let me get it off and then try to show you guys what I'm talking about. Take one side off and then like line this up and then take it out, and then take this side off, and then you should just be able to take it off. Charge pipe is off, intake is off, and look, the turbo is right there. You don't have to take the turbo from the bottom. You can take it out from the top. So now the only thing that is holding us back is we're gonna have to take this shield out the way, O2 sensors out the way. I'm gonna try to get it without taking off the downpipe. I should be able to. Same thing with these connectors. Take your screwdriver flathead, prime out like that. You don't, honestly on these I don't even think you need it. You can probably just, oh, there goes my screwdriver. You can probably just pull it off. Push down on it, and then it should just be able to come off. If they don't, what I like doing is taking my right angle pick and then getting under there, prying up underneath it, and then it comes off. Pull back, should be able to get them off. So now that we got the O2s off, we can just take it off out of these holders, because we do got to take off this heat shield. So one right here, 13 mil. One over here, 13 mil. 13 mil right here in the middle, and there should be one all the way back here, 13 mil. There it is. All right, fellas, some time has passed. Camera died, so you guys didn't miss much. Just loosened all the lines, took off the downpipe. You can't really see it, but it's right here. Took off the downpipe, or loosened the downpipe. I'm having a lot of trouble with these coolant lines right here. What I ended up doing is this coolant line comes from here up top by the block, and then goes back towards the back of the motor. What I ended up doing was I loosened one of the like supporting screws back here, and I've loosened the turbo already. Like nothing is holding the turbo. There's 3, 6, 7, 10 mils along the top right here, holding the turbo, and then this plate that you can just take off. So what I'm gonna attempt to do is tilt the turbo and then get towards this line back here. It should just have a clamp that we should be able to take off. Hopefully it works. If not, you guys are gonna see me struggle a good amount. All right guys, so little update. How to take out the downpipe. And I will show you guys why. So, here we are under the car. There's a bolt, well this bracket actually. This bracket is underneath the turbo. It goes like this. Oh, other way. Like that. So, it goes underneath the turbo like that, and it's hooked up to the motor like this. So it's like a L bracket pretty much. And this bolt is right here at the bottom. So I didn't have any room to get to it with the downpipe on, so I had to take it off to even get to that bolt. But now that we're down here, that coolant line that I was showing you guys up top, this is where it routes back to. So what I did is I pulled back this cover, and then there is a clamp right here. So I'm gonna take it off from the clamp, and then I'm just gonna take the whole turbo with that line off, with the line on, and then just take it off when the turbo is off. Alright, so we got the old turbo off. Look at the difference. This is from the back. Look at that. That is insane. Let's go over to the front. Same thing, noticeable amount of difference. So she's gonna be making some jam. But for now, we're gonna be transferring all these lines over to the new one, and then we're gonna change all the gaskets in the car. But for now, let's get these lines over. All right, I got all the lines back on, new gaskets, coolant lines back on, oil return back on, oil feed up here back on. Drop some oil in there, spun it just so it can fill up a little bit. So it's pretty much ready. I have to put on the gasket, and then it's pretty much the reverse process of everything I just showed you guys. So I don't know if I'm going to show you guys when I install it. I'll probably just put it on because it is getting pretty late. It's like 12 or midnight. So I'm just gonna put it on, try to get it done, and then maybe I'll see you guys in the morning. Just trying to do a little update, give a couple tips on what I had issues with. One of the issues that I had was with this coolant line. So this coolant line comes off the side, up, and then through here on the inside. You can see it right there. The issue I was having is that it was hitting that bottom part of the, it's like the cylinder head or the actual block. Which one, it wasn't letting that line sit flush back here. And then it wasn't letting the turbo sit flush towards the head. So, just watch out for that. Make sure it gets in between that groove, between the cylinder head and then the block. And honestly, that was the only issues that I had installing the turbo. And then another thing is when you're putting on the V-band, I would recommend putting it on the side like this, but then once you have it somewhat snug, put it towards the bottom, because if you leave it towards the side, when this actuates, this is gonna hit this, and then it's gonna throw a fault code. So just snug it up on the side like this, just to make it easy for yourself. And then once you have it snug, just put it towards the bottom and then tighten it down there. But I mean, it's going pretty good so far. Got the downpipe on. Once I have the downpipe on, I'll put the exhaust back on. And then charge pipe and then intake. And Honestly, it's not too bad. The biggest pain in the ass was these lines right here to take off. But yeah, I'll give another update when I got a little bit more together. Oh my God! Oh! Oh! No way!